Good morning to you, and thank you for joining with me today. You know, some people are doomed to go through life with the oddest of names. I often have to bite my tongue at baptism and stop myself from saying, "You want to call him what, that? Oh, come on, give the child a break." Now, in fairness, my father, Ernie, was always full of fun and nonsense. And when I was born, he went into work and people said, "Ernie, what do you call the child?" And he said, "Marmaduke." Well, when I was about 15, he said, "I can't believe it, but I met an old workmate of mine today. I've not seen him for years." And he asked, "How's wee Marmaduke?" I says, "Well, did you tell him that's not my name?" And he said, "No." What a man. Well, spare a thought for Charlie Stinker. How do you go through life with a name like that? People were always picking on him. His friends encouraged him to change his name to Deed Paul, and finally he agreed to do it. The next day his friend said, "So, what did you change your name to?" And he said, "I changed my name to George." For the life of me, I can't see what difference that will make. I think we can safely say that old Charlie completely missed the point. You know, people often miss the point when it comes to Advent and Christmas. For some people, this season is simply an opportunity to throw parties, exchange gifts, and they see it as an opportunity to eat, drink, and be merry. And the lighting of the Advent candles invites us all to dream of a better world, to have visions that have nothing to do with sugar plum fairies. And Advent, in fact, invites us to have hope. Christmas will come whether we're ready for it or not. How many times have I heard it can't be Advent already? I haven't made out my Christmas list. Christmas can't come. I haven't even brought the decorations down from the loft. Why do we assume that Christmas can only come if we make the right preparations? The truth of this, that Advent lays in the line, is that God entered into our lives in the person of Jesus. It happened at God's initiative, not ours. He arrives not as a reward for our preparation, but as a result of God's love for us. Christ comes to us, whether we're ready or not. The prophet Isaiah told of his coming. He didn't use Google or Yahoo. He searched the very depths of his own heart. He talked of a day when men would study war no more. He talked of a day of peace and justice. And you know, to be perfectly honest, Isaiah touched on what is dearest to all our hearts. But he also recognised we have a hunger for God. We are religious people, really. For many years, people have predicted the death of faith, but people are still clinging on to it today. Celebrities, humanists, secularists, atheists, they all want to see a disruption of the Christian church. And I tell you, time and time again, in adversity, people are quick to return to the bosom of the church. And I thank God they do. And why not? We live in a wonderful universe. Look around you. Open your eyes and see. Christmas speaks of our need for God. Because you see, when we could not reach God, God reached down to us. Christmas tugs us back to God with a powerful clasp of a tiny hand reaching out from a bed of straw. Listen, thank you again for listening to me. And God bless you this Advent time.